Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So I want to get into some bill paying strategies that I know I'm gonna tell you from the times I got caught behind stuff I was doing wrong and the things that I did right. So I'm gonna share some of my experiences with you in terms of what you should do that I know will work for you, that worked for me, and what you shouldn't do. The first thing I want to mention, and this ain't gonna be the longest video, but the first thing I want to mention is when you get your paycheck, you should already, some of this stuff might seem basic. When you get your paycheck, you should already have it wrote out and you should stick to it. This means the main bills, you got to calculate those first. So if you get paid every week, you divide your rent up by every week you get paid. If you get paid every 2 weeks, you divide your rent up by every other week you get paid. So what this means is if your rent is $1,500, you get paid bi-weekly, you leave $750 untouched in your account or wherever you choose to leave it. Untouched. Because what happens is you start touching it, now that day comes and you don't have the money. You have to borrow money or you have to do this or that. The reason why payday loans was messing people up is because they wasn't handling their finances right. If you handle your finances right, you won't need payday loan. That's when my financial trouble began. So that's the second thing I want to mention. Don't get no payday loans. If you get behind, you get behind. Whatever happened. Don't get those loans because they gonna sneak up on you and they're gonna be taking that money from you, and it's still not gonna be putting a dent in the money you borrow. So you better off just going without it if it came down to the worst, and waiting until you can pay things off. So don't get no payday loans. Divide your bills up. Leave some money for leisure, gas, food, all that. You add all of that up, you should know how much it takes to fill up your tank and how much gas money you need to have gas all the way up until you get paid again. We talking to regular people. We not talking to inheriting this silver spoon in the mouth people on this one. We talking about the everyday Joe who your parents and grandparents might not have handled their business. They didn't leave you nothing, or they left you little, or even what you got left, you done wasted it because you ain't know how to handle it. So stay away from them payday loans, man. I'm telling you, these two things is what, every time I had trouble, it was this. The third thing, you always want to save the difference. So after you calculate everything, that difference should be what you save every time, untouched. Save the difference. So if you calculate all your expenses, all your bills, everything you want to do, then the difference, let's say the difference is 100. Keep it. Keep it. You never know when you're going to need it. Keep the difference. Even if it's apart from your regular savings and you have a difference of like $100, $200, keep it. And I believe in finding a safe place for money because all the glitching, all the scamming is going on, everything is going on. Like, you got to be careful. So that's the next thing. Save that difference, man. Don't invest it. Y'all know how I feel about investing. Look at Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin. All of y'all investment advocates. Man, you ain't gonna have no hair on the top of your head thinking that Bitcoin is gonna make you rich. Yeah, I do buy Bitcoin, but I'm not focused on it and I'm not using it as a method to get rich. I believe income streams and saving is the way you get rich. I done told y'all that many times. You already know what I think about that. So the next thing is control your impulse buy. Have an impulse buy budget. Energy drinks, lottery tickets. I'm telling you, it's been times where you be like, I just know I'm a hit. I'm not one to say gambling is a sin. It's not. It's just money. Money is an earthly thing. It's temporal. As long as you don't spend it in ways that go against the commandments and the laws and the statutes of the Bible, I mean, directly go against it, not what men think, but it literally goes against it, nothing wrong with it. But you got to control all of that stuff, because I'm telling you, there have been times that I overspent in certain areas, and it came back to bite me on the butt. Take a big old chunk out of my butt. You gotta control those impulse buys. You gotta have a budget for them. You like Starbucks? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just have a budget for it. Don't overspend on it. Don't use gas money on Starbucks. That's how you do that there. So we'll be continuing. This is gonna be part 1. We're going to have to make a series out of this, because there's been many things that I've done wrong. But the last thing I want to mention is don't buy into no get-rich-quick schemes. Get your money slow. I'm telling you, if you spend too much trying to get rich quick, that's money you could have had. But we'll be back. We'll talk about it more. Stay tuned.